film, and you will be very, very happy that you showed up today. We do have, traveling behind me while I'm speaking, lists of our sponsors and whatnot. Please note them. They're incredibly important to us, very generous to us. Every single year we've had sponsors that have been with the festival for the full 8 years of our festival, which we're really quite proud of. So Julie, would you like to come forward? Would anyone like to ask Julie some questions about her experience? There she is. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to lead it off just because I do have some questions myself. My biggest question is, how do you prevent people from patting this dog? Because, of course, a service dog you're not supposed to go near. I'm sorry, but if I'm anywhere near that dog, I want to pat it because he's so beautiful and so sweet. Tell me about the day-to-day life with your service dog. What would you have to say about that?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me here today, Melanie. I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to you. So a lot of the things that they touched on in the film were very, you're going to watch Dylan pace, actually. And it's not a sign of a poorly behaving service dog. It's that he's trying to manage where the crowd is and where I need kind of extra, just an extra set of eyes. So you'll watch him pace a bit, but that's just what he does. So before I had a service dog, it was a struggle to leave the house. We have 2 small kids that are 11 and 9. I would regularly get to the grocery store and have a complete meltdown. Something would go wrong. I would hear a sound. I would see somebody who had a certain look to them. Something would associate with the events that have taken me out of the ambulance. I'm no longer a paramedic, and would literally reduce me to a complete disaster in the aisle of Loblaws or Walmart or wherever I was. So it got to be very similar to the gentleman who had his wife there with him. I was basically unable to leave the house without my husband or one of the kids with me. So I became their project, essentially, right? When I had an errand to run, I had to bring somebody with me. When I had to go to the dentist, I had to bring somebody with me. So it was overwhelming to come from a place where I was a competent type A, kind of go-get-em paramedic who was just ready to take on whatever call came at me, to being reduced to a pile of tears in the aisle of Walmart was debilitating, really. So Dylan now, honey, ready? He knows when he's being talked about. So Dylan does some of the similar tasks that you saw in the film. He does nightmare interruption for me. When he can't wake up or connect with me, he will wake up my husband, and my husband doesn't love that, but we're working on it. So he's actually trained to run around the bed and then start pestering my husband to say something's wrong with her. So he also does, you saw in the film, they did watch your back or watch your 6, which is behind you. So often when I'm in a grocery store or a lineup or a restaurant, I don't like people coming too close to me. So he will flip around behind me so that people can't get too close, and he'll lean into my leg. Some of you may have seen him jump up in my lap. Teresa saw it for sure. And that was his way of telling me that he could smell that I was nervous.